It's good to see the sunshine back. Sure that you got those charcoals going and those log fires going, getting ready for the big test this afternoon. Not too far away from us now. Not too far, Helderberg, but it's a great turnover scrum. Take that as a scrum target, all 8 scrumming, and straight back onto the boot of Bradley Tane. And referee now going to the infringement. Standing up was the call in the retreating Helderberg scrum. And referee Ferrar says, I'm sure that I can give you better advantage from the penalty, because you'll also get not only distance, but you'll get the line out to feed as well. So good call by referee Lionel Ferrar. Josh Vermeulen now, he'll be the man to use his left boot. He has got a bit of a boom boom, not his very best, but it's gone forward some 15 meters, and forward is the most important word. And Helderberg, are they going to be now ready to contest? It looks like they're just going to be ready to take the driving maul, and that is a drive that's changed down into 3rd gear immediately by Villagers. Still going strong, referee's arm is out, and Zander Kies now taking it on further. As you can see, William Rose through the hands. Will referee bring them back? He's saying play the advantage first. Prince gets it out onto the far side to Brazaden, to Barn Gabriels. Referee will come back for the penalty, straight arm infringement, and there you can see that they gained 20 meters from the first infringement, and yet again from the second infringement should go in deep into the half of the Helderberg Rugby Club. Right, and that's a far better kick now from Josh Vermeulen. Good to see him back in the colours after having been 8 weeks out, and I know he's been looking forward to adding that extra arrow from behind. And when I say extra arrow, watch him, because he can hit that dartboard, the middle collar key, when he joins the line. Looks like Mayer's gone up. Now coming back to Zander Kies to just control the 4-wheel drive. Still bound. Peeling off and breaking through goes Nyetlung. Trying to clear out now. This will be very important for Rose to get it back. That's 3 infringements in a row. Rose taps and goes, but referee will bring them back to the line out and for the maul infringement.
Do it again. Say more of that, please.
And offside line's being called here by Lionel Ferrar. So that's what Villagers would have wanted, at 3 penalties in a row, of taking them from inside their 22 metre to 5 metres away from the Helderberg try line. If they come down with this pace that they did in the last line out, this should be an automatic drive over, because they gained some 15 metres from the last line out. Helderberg will have to stand strong. Zander Kies now, he knows how important this line-out throw is. If he was on the darts team, he would have to find that middle koliki. Meyer again, down it comes. You're going to see the peel off on the blind side. It's short of the line. A great effort there by Fenter, but that'll be taking it over. And Adam Nyetlung, he's the man that is actually trusted with that. And who would stop that South African beefstick at that height and at that level and that power? And Adam Nyetlung, he'll be talking to his grandchildren one day about the day Opar scored that try up at Helderberg Rugby Club on the 12th of July. So Helderberg, they won't take that too easy. They'll be coming bouncing back. But just shows you how 3 penalties in a row can work out some 80 metres on the field, and Villagers each time capitalising. Michael Visser, I know Michael, he won't take too kindly to that, and he'll have a stern word to his troops and say, come on, gents, let's get back to this. I see that he's got his brother Quinn playing at inside centre today. That's a bit of a vurvul skoppie. So no points added on. Score staying 5 points to 0. Basically just under 7 minutes gone in this first half. Marco Visser yet again. That's a good kick. It's going deep. Taken by Spieth. No jersey number, but playing in the number 8 position. William Rose now onto the right foot for a box kick. That's just travelled over the touchline and it's gained some extra 10 metres. There's an opportunity now for Helderberg to regather, make sure that they win their first phase line-out. They had 2 opportunities earlier on, one to Mealing and one to Van Tonder. Both went missing. Looks like Mealing's the man again, but taken in the front. William Rose is tackled well by Swartz, the hooker, coming through from the front. But this time the arm is turned around. And referee saying now, stay on your feet, you can't play it on the ground with your hands, stay up, as you can see his indication. And Marco Visser again, he was with his team down here not so long ago, and then when he looked again after 3 minutes, they were standing behind their poles. But this time, can they put some pressure on and reduce it to a 5-0 to Villagers at the moment? Taken at the line out, but it's cleared out now. Zander Case yet again standing off at first receiver from his hooker position. Here comes the big man, Raini Sali, when he gets going, but it's turnover ball. There's Quinn going through the hands again. It'll be of Karu. Referee's arm is out. Could that be for a roll away as soon as possible? And Marco Visser taps and goes this time. Quinn Visser, that's a long, beautiful pass out now. Mr. Swartz, he bounces one. Deep Visser's knee for knee. And that's what the crowd have come to see. Just when the doors closed on the bus to say, sorry, this bus is full, you're not coming through to score here. What did he do? He said, open this door, because if I have to pull it open, kick it open, I'm going over this try line and getting on this bus. And what a great try that was there. I believe to Maurits Swartz, showing some pace out in the wide channel as the hooker, and then barging himself over to score the valuable 5 points. You're seeing the background on your screen. Just look at the majestic mountains and this beautiful area around Somerset West here and the Strand. Absolutely stunning. And Marco Visser just pushing it to the left-hand upright. 5 points each here. Basically 10 minutes gone on the clock, and what an entertaining start to this afternoon. Even though we're a long way away, I can still hear the bokker calling and the crowds gathering in excitement down in Quebec and getting ready for that second test. But getting ready now are the Villagers, taking it on further. The driver's great. Rose is calling for it. Referee's arm is there saying, holding on, let it go. You could see there was miscommunication between Rose and his forward on the ground. Gone to ground here, hitting off the knee of Bezuidenhout, Dame Bezuidenhout, but he's got it back as the left wing for Helderberg. And bringing bringing some sensibility to it here is Bucky Carstens, the number 10, the fly half for Helderberg, and he just says, villagers, if you want to score, you're going to have to come from our 10-meter line. Over the top it goes. Beautiful line out. They've got this working well. The leg drive is good as well. You can see it. Everybody's trying to stay bound. No change in angles in the driving more now. This is superb play by Villagers. They've taken it 20 meters already. You find an orange boot coming out, but that's not a puncture. That's just not going to stop this more. Rose now. Through to the ball, full yun. He beats one, he beats two. Body upright, now he goes to ground. Rose again. He'll be taking it on to Neil Fenter, big strong man. Here comes Sali. He's had a good start to the game this afternoon, making his presence felt. Zandekis now through the hands of Prince. The little grubber, that could be superb play by Taban Gabriels. That is what you call skills on a rugby field. Realising he had a tackle in front of him. Received, dropped to the foot, little grubber through. Seen being used by the Booker lots lately. The underutilised grubber kick. And only a little tickle through for Taban Gabriels to dive through and take Villagers back into the 10 points to 5 lead. Whilst we're waiting for Joss from Merlin, another call out to anybody who would like to support club rugby, school and sport, etc. Doesn't just have to be rugby, but club sport. Join, become a member. Global Sport Network, I believe, have now reached over the 30,000 subscribers, and that will just cost you 30 Rand a month, I believe, and you can witness all the sport that Global Sport Network and their friends and sponsors will bring you every time there is something that is televised during each week. So become a member. Look at their website and contact Global Sports Network, and thank you to them for the efforts they are playing, especially with regards to club rugby and bringing you coverage of many of the matches, especially a weekly coverage of Super League A rugby in the Western Cape. Mark Officer, a great kickoff again. That's superbly taken by Thomas Mayer. Sali again, beats one. Body height is good, goes to ground. You can hear the volcanic eruption when he hits ground, because that is a big man, and I say that with lots of affection, so he doesn't have to hound me afterwards. That's a compliment, Mr. Sali. So is the try scorer Gabriels, William Rose, and now coming onto the ball, needing it quickly, but driven backwards into touch, and Tain had no opportunity to distribute it, but he does so now. Referee said, we've gathered here, just like they would do at a wedding. We are gathered here. So referee Lionel Ferrar using the same line to say we are gathered here in numbers, 2 from each side at the line out, and let us get on with the line out ceremony. Option of knocked into touch, so that is why Villagers have taken that option. So they had the option of scrum or knock into touch. Scrum option is sensible call from them. They have been dominating that sector of the game in the earlier stages. 16 minutes gone. Scoreboard reads Villagers 10, Helderberg 5. Anybody's game still, lots of rugby still to play. Another good scrum, but this is Helderberg coming back now. That's the way that you stand your ground, Helderberg. Austin Prince now, he sells the biggest dummy, even though he himself couldn't believe that he was through. Through the hands, Dibble, Fulyun, the captain, Meyer. Gabriels has come across from his left wing, Rose again now. Soft hands that came from Scott. Now you can see Nietling, the try scorer, one of the try scorers. Lucette Prop playing third centre. Back to Uran Kutsia. And I say back to her, I believe he's also back from the Pumas. And that will be fingertip knock-ons. And William Rose there, just apologising to his hard-working force. Say, sorry about that, chaps. I started my bicycle before I actually got onto the seat, meaning that I actually had not been down and reached the desired level to pick it up first and tried to get going and left my hands and more behind. Well, trying to get into the Bokker mood here. I've got my Springbok supporters cap on and scarf, and if you're there and you're starting to get a little bit rowdy now at home with your friends and family, good for you, because let them hear you from wherever you're watching, because Bokker, we're expecting minimum 50 points this afternoon. Well, Helderberg. That's very interesting there, where Dion Kuhn did the tap. Michael Fisser does it again while everybody's sleeping. And has that gone directly into touch? Yes, it is. And the AR on the far side says you're 3 meters out, so come up a little bit. And taken directly into touch from Michael Fisser's right foot. Boom, boom, downfield. Whilst we're talking test match rugby, let's also be honest and fair. And huge call out to the Italian rugby squad here and their coaching staff. An outstanding performance in the first test, as we all acknowledged. Line out is good, outstanding as well, but it became a driving maul, and then the maul was brought to ground. That's why referee's arm is out. Prince chips it over. Does it bounce well for him? It does, but then it's a knock-on, so referee will go back to the collapse maul, and straight on penalty. Will they add the extra 3 points? If you've listened to me before, you hear me call for the tee yesterday to say take the kick for poles. It's half a try. You get 2 of those, you've got your full try. But Josh Vermeulen disagrees, and so do Villagers, and they're saying we're going to the corner flag because we don't want 3, we want 5 or 7. And if they get their lineouts working and the immediate maul drive, trust me, they could actually say, we told you so, and say it with much pride. Can Helderberg contest? Because I think if they get up into the skies, it's the only way they're going to spoil the final outcome. They're staying down to try and prevent the drive, but Villagers have got this to perfection, and as you can see, it's down to ground. Referee saying, has that been held up? He's saying short, so it's collapsed and no ball coming out, so it'll be a 5-meter scrum. 3 or 4 scrums ago, this would have been positive for the Villagers team, but Helderberg have come back in the last 2-3 scrums to be dominant. But lots of power is automatically found when a team is 5 meters out and knows that they can scrum it over. Yes, you see Sali in the number 3 jersey. Many of connoisseurs will know that's the tight end number, but they swap numbers, they play in their position. Sali is the loose head, but he plays in jersey 3 for a simple reason, because jersey number 1 is too small for him. That's a good pickup here. Meyer, he's going to go all the way. There's no ways that was going to be stopping. A good right scrum there from right shoulder scrum from Adam Nietling, the tight head for Villager, and picking it up at the back. is Thomas Mayer playing in the number 6 jersey. Referee just going to have a chat to the AR on the far side. No try given. It could only be for obstruction to a tackler with a dummy run. So some debate going on there. And it's looking like all 33 people, including the AR and the players, are looking a little confused, but eventually Stelano Ferro, the man in the middle, indicates, and he shows you that there was a collapsed knee in the scrum. So to me that advantage should have been played, because the collapsed scrum actually led to a try. It didn't interfere with the wheel, but Mayer's up again. And have they gone all the way now? And that'll be an interesting one to debate, because the collapsed knee had no interference on the initial scrum, which was an immediate wheel. Ball came out the back, and Thomas Mayer picked up and scored comfortably. And it just shows you now, with calling it back, I could understand if Villagers were the infringing team. But that one will definitely be one to discuss over a cup of tea with the officials later. Marco Fisser, he'll be happy, so will Helderberg, because they were courageous on defence there. Now can they just produce another solid scrum like they have been doing? Yes, they can. They're getting the left shoulder wheel. Credit there to Albert Milan. Bocky Carsten's trying to take it on, looking forward now, but it's turnover ball. Spieth is short of the line, the number 8 for Villagers. Rose finds it now, Neil Fenter. His body heart is upright. And there you can see off the hands of the ball for Yun, the captain. He saw the actual big opening, and when he saw it open like that, he was already through the gap before the ball had reached him. Referee, you might say, is going, why? Well, he played 1, 2, 3 advantages. So he will now go back to the first infringement. Helderberg might be ready to question that as well. Because as you saw, on the blind side here, they almost intercepted the knock-on from Fullion and were ready to play on, and only then were brought back. So just in the last 5 minutes, never questioning, just asking and just clarifying, and just simply saying those are 2 things to look at. Scrum it is, and that's what we want to see. So now I'm happy to see that the scrum has been called. And this is where both sides now know they're going to have to get to know each other and swap business cards in that front row, because this is a vital scrum. Vital for Helderberg to keep Villagers out here. And it's so important for Spieth to get the opportunity again from number 8 pickup. He's trying to do just that. The scrum's still going. Disintegrating was the scrum. There should be no hesitation to scrum again, but they've decided to go to the touchline. Interesting call when you're dominant there, because you've brought the attention to the referee about standing up in the scrum. So he would be very, very tempted to make sure that that didn't happen again, and that's when you start bringing the options like penalty tries, etc. But now it's a variance, and straight away it goes to line out. Helderberg, if I can give any support here, my friends, get up as quickly as you can. Don't try and stand down and prevent the driving more, because villagers will come at you very, very quickly. Can they contest in the air? I know they're up against some giants, but they've got some big men as well, like Mieling and Fantonda. It goes to Meyer at the back. Around the top comes now the big man himself, is William Scott. Is that try scored? No, it's still short of the line. Great defence from Helderberg. Bradley Tane calling for it. So Sali, are you going to stop him there? Well, you'll need Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, every man to stop Mr. Sali. That is Ray Sali. When he comes charging around like that, at such a low velocity and such a low level, trust me, you are going to need every single superpower to prevent him from getting that try. So knock on the door with villagers for the last 5 minutes, and eventually rewarded with their 5-pointer. For Merlin now, I'm sure he'd like to add the first 2-pointer. 12 minutes basically left on the clock. 15 points to 5, and for Merlin to add the 2 if he can. And again, just pushing it wide. So no save it to Cindy Parler, this afternoon from either side so far. Still well in the game, our Helderberg, and they, with Michael Visser, will definitely recharge and get going again, but they've got to now get to this kickoff. It's a good one. It's put lots and lots of blue sky onto the ball. Well taken by William Scott. William Scott, the lock forward, I believe at one stage he was driving 140 kilometers to get to practice. That's club commitment. Taken at the back here by Dion Kuhn, the number 8 for Helderberg. Hard tackle is the call here. And the home crowd, beautiful to see. Even though we've got our test match on, I know many of us will be taping the game and recording the game, should I say, and racing home to watch it after this exciting appetizer here of club rugby before the big international. Maurits Swart, try scorer early on for Helderberg. Is it Mieling again? Goes to the front. It's a clever variation onto the hands of Blaine Skelton it was. Visser. Wolfling now taking it on, but it's driven back. The leg drive is good. That could be the offside lines again. Tap and go by Michael Visser. He gives it on now to Wayne Pick. And has he gone over? He most definitely has. Referee is going to the AR. AR saying that there could be a knock-on. But then they might come back for not the 5 meters from the tackle. But looks like fine. Referee is comfortable. He saw try, and he had to consult with his AR just to make sure both of them were on the same page. Helderberg now. 9 minutes left. Shoots up to 10 points, and Michael Visser will make things very, very interesting if he gets his first kick over for the second try. This conversion is hugely important for Michael Visser and for Helderberg. Helderberg, recognized club here and established, I believe, in 1997 when the Strand, Somerset West and Gordons Bay clubs got together and decided that they would amalgamate, join and form the Helderberg Rugby Club. While Michael has read the same script as he did earlier on, it shaved the left hand upright. 15 points to 10 the score remains. That's a good kick from Vermeulen. It's found green space, but it's well taken away by, looks like Skelton. Still taking it on as the flanker. This is there, looking for one of his big men. He finds Albert Milan. Quinn Visser, he goes on. His brother will be proud of him. Marco, the captain. Mealing using his body size there, first man on the ball were Villagers. Good turnover, straight back it goes to Tane. He finds the green grass of home, but superb covering by Jaden Daniels. He's put it back to Tane, just outside the 22. Josh Vermeulen looks again to find some space on the blind side. Rose now brings it back to the centre, but referee saying stay on your feet at the ruck. Remember, it's a drive-through. You can't turn your car off and collapse at a drive-through takeaway. You've got to keep your car revving, and that means stay on your feet, place your order, and go to the next window and drive through and enjoy it at home. That's how simple a ruck is. Don't place your order, turn the car off, and then cause a traffic jam behind you. And that's exactly what happened there, going off their feet, turning the car off. Bit of movement to and fro. Does come off the hand of Mealing, but now it also comes off fingertips for a knock forward. And that's one structure that they're going to have to work on, is finding it from a line out. It's no good kicking advantage line outs if you're not going to win your first phase ball. And that will have to take some serious chat from Coach Philip Pretorius and Sydney Raats as they gather at half time, which is now only 5 minutes away. Time flies when you're having fun here at the Dr. Charles Morkel Stadium in the Strand area. But tighten up the line-outs, and Helderberg will then be able to play constructive rugby off their first phase setup. Their scrumming has definitely improved. Villagers now just saying, as you say that, sir, we're going to prove that we can get the penalty kick from that scrum. Tane now trying to take the grab. The ball goes through. Mr. Referee says play on. The ball fully in, tackled backwards. Referee will still go back for the penalty, I'm sure. Josh Vermeulen onto his left boot. He tries to find Gabriel's to Barn. He's got Swoot here. And sensible call from referee Lionel Ferrard to say advantage over. as Taban Gabriels, he did some dance moves there that Michael Jackson would have been proud of, or maybe for the older generation, some Fred Astaire moves there as well. But Taban Gabriels, he's playing powerhouse rugby on the left wing for Villagers this season. Once again, over the top, Zander Kies can't believe how lucky he is to tidy up at the back. The man that drives 140 Ks to practice, William Scott, the lock, takes it on. Tain threads it out to Vermeulen. Now it's onto the hard running Noor Haywood. Hasn't touched the ball too much this afternoon as Noor Haywood. Neil Fenter takes it up. Rose says, "Can I have it, please?" Trying to just drag it out. Tain waits. Here he comes again, the try scorer, Mr. Sarley. The big front row forward. Rose again from Vermeulen. Hayward now gets the long parachute pass, chips it over. Referee sees straight away that that is going nowhere. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Opan Omar and rugby connoisseurs, this has surely got to be the time that a penalty kick for Poles is called, especially when there are just under 3 minutes left. You've got a lead of 15 points to 10. A converted try and will take the lead away from you. But Josh Vermeulen says, no ways, we want to get our full 5. A team talk of 18 points to 10 sounds a lot healthier than 15-10, but who knows, they might make it a good 20-10 now. They tried the last time, but it backfired through to great defence work from Helderberg. Will this go to the back again? Thomas Mayer's the man that always soars up into the no clouds but up into the blue skies. Under Kies, he gets the changes gears at the back. He's on the ball, is the hooker. His body height is always special. That will be a collapse maul. Referee, as you can see, has got his arm out. William Rose throws it back to Fullion. His captain not happy at all, saying, come on, William. I'm standing out first receiver to actually charge through as the bull, and I need better service than that. I'm tired of picking it up at my bootlaces. So line out yet again. They better score from this because they had a 3-pointer waiting earlier on. Just on a minute, 60 seconds before everybody takes a well-deserved orange juice break. Will it be Mayer yet again? Up he goes, uncontested. Was he confronted before he came to ground? The leg drive is good. Zander Kies knows it's over the line. Referee saying, yes, I agree with you. And that's why the Villagers are saying, we don't want 3 points, Mr. Commentator. We want double that. We're going for the try in the corner. And now their team talk of 20 points to 10 proves that it's going to be a lot more present in the Villagers change room at half-time. Especially now if Vermeulen can strike over his first conversion, which will bring this first half to a close. Helderberg just been a little subdued. They are a spirited side and they just need to regather their composure, their belief in each other. They showed that for about a 10-minute period where they actually started to win the scrum domination back, and then just went back into a bit of a relaxed mode, if I can put it politely, and that has allowed Villagers to take the upper hand again. Vermeulen with the chipper, and this time it is definitely onto the green and in the hole, and referee Lionel Ferros says that there's 1 minute left, playing referee's optional time. Ding dong on the scoreboard has gone, but referee's optional time of 60 seconds already counting down. And come on, Helderberg. Can you get back into it and actually get yourself some points on the board in this last phase of the game for first half? Scott yet again. Rose. Tane, they want to run from here. Austin Prince has got the ball. Security on the ball is so important now. Rose calling for Fenter, calls for it. The big crash forward by Neil Fenter. Coming again, looking on. Referee saying, roll away please, preventing positive play. And is it time just to touch it into touch now and go and have a cup of tea? Doesn't look like it. They want to play the penalty advantage. And that's why Josh Vermeulen has given it a good kick to the touchline. So because it's a penalty, as we know, the line-out will have to take place. And now I'm starting to get, look at my body here, and I'm starting to see green and gold goosebumps starting to form here, because I'm starting to get the vibes from Kabeja. The Boca are up in action against the Italians. Here, Villagers up in action with their drive against Helderberg. Deep into injury time, optional time in the first half. Are they going to capitalize from it? Well, that was a lot of optional time to make that decision and say, well, gents, let's go and have that orange juice now. Could have been done about 2.5 minutes ago with the same decision, but Villagers were looking for opportunities. Full credit to Helderberg. They're making their way to the change room, and I know that Phil Pretorius, their coach, will be having stern words with them there to say, chaps, come on, we can bounce back in the second half. Our Villagers, looks like they're staying out on the field. They're going to be bringing it together there, staying in the sunshine. Well, we're going to get ourselves a bottle of water. We're going to get into the vibe. You go and do that as well. Put the extra logs on the fire, because rugby is only warming up now. See you shortly. welcome back, because we are back live with you here for the second half. An entertaining first half, 22 points to Villagers, 10 to Helderberg. Because I know that you could be glued as well to the test match that we are all waiting to hear the final outcome. But let us focus on and give the respect to these two magnificent clubs, Villagers, the visitors, and the host, Helderberg. Referee saying that's a hard tackle. Helderberg wanting to run it out from there, deep inside their 22-metre area. Quinn through the hands, that's Quinn Fisher playing it inside centre. Michael, Captain Fisher's brother. Meerling again, crashing it up. The lock forward standing at first receiver. Here he goes. And it's a takeaway for Thomas Meyer. And if he isn't taking it out of the scars at line-out time, he's taking it out of the handbags there, because there is Oliver Twist at his very best. He put his hand in and said, oh, this looks like it belongs to me. And can I have some more, sir, says Oliver Twist Meyer. And simply just pickpocketed that out and jotted in a very casual way to the try line to put it down and say, Villagers are back. 27 points with Vermeulen now to try and get his second kick over. Both ARs there indicate that the plane has landed, and flags soar up into the sky, saying to referee Lionel Ferrer, sir, add on the extra 2 points, 29 points to 10, 19 points the difference at the moment. Once again, I say it respectfully, and the Helderberg side, I've always seen lots of motivation, spirit, etc. Seen a little quiet this afternoon. I know there's been some breaks in club rugby, with games being called off, etc. because of the weather conditions over the last weeks. But Helderberg, and I say this in such a complimentary way, you come here to play them. Trust me, you know that you're in a volcanic eruption, but that volcano just seems to be bubbling today and not erupting. Villagers, on the other hand, they said we're not going to waste petrol money. We've come here to earn our 5 points and see if we can climb closer to that top position on the log, which I believe has been held by Durbell at the present moment. There, the try scorer, Thomas Meyer, yet again. That could be automatic obstruction as he broke away, but referee Lionel Ferrer says play on. Rose reading it to the back now. It'll go on to the wide side pass. He caught everybody except rugby conductor Mr. Ferrer, who said, I'm right on line here. Dis bietjie vorentoe en ek moet die liniaal gebruik en dis nie reguit nie. So now I'm trying to prove to you that Barry Wilson here is heeltemal tweetalig. Like I said earlier, Helderberg, oh gee, it's a fantastic vibe around our country when our national team are playing. Even here, there's lots of Bokke outfits on here and supporting, even though we're a long way away. So, to the Bokke, come on Bokke, let's make it happen. And to the Italians, all the very best to you, Italianos. I mean, let's make it happen and make it be another great test match. Sad to see this, that Neil Fenter one of the try scorers today. Looks like he has come down awkwardly on that ankle as well. And he's limping off to the sideline. He doesn't want to go off. They haven't got a replacement on as yet. Sees that it could be cramping. Lower leg. Good scrum from Helderberg. Could that be an early break? I believe so. So does Lionel Ferro agree. Barvarich's flanker. Oh, that was collision time. I felt the Einar here in the stands, in the commentary box. Michael Visser now is trying to get going. When he gets going, the whole world gets going with him, because he's a spirited player. This is more exciting now from the Berger. Bokkie Carstens now. Hy stomp sy nummer 10 uit die pad uit. Once again, Visser's back in action. Taking it on, this time, Blaine Skelton. Blaine scoring earlier on in the first half. And now referee will go back though to the original penalty from the scrum. And now this is the opportunity for Michael again to say, come on men, let me get you to the corner and you go and do the damage. No, he's not. He's saying we're taking it up. Bokkie Carstens to Quinn Visser. The big number 8 is Kun. All they've done is gone straight across the field. Tell you what, this is not the bomb squad. This is actually the exploding squad that's coming on. Because trust me, Suid-Afrikaanse beefstuk, die hele koei is hier vandag. And I say that in a complimentary way. That is South African beefstuk. And our two friends coming on in the form of Nathan Malon and Carl Beanie. That is big meat in the front row replacement. Well done to Raye Sali, who's had a very good game today, and so is Adam Neetling. They've expressed themselves in that front row. And just when the front row says, oh, dankie toch, daar gaan die manne. Then they look up and say, oh, hier kom nog. Never mind, dankie toch. En nog stevige manne here now in the front row for lucky to get away with that Fente. He was bound to the number 8 position and picked the ball up with his hands, so that could have been hands in the scrum. Lucky he let it go quickly. Kick downfield, but Helderberg are bringing it back now. Michael Visser looks to the open side. He finds Bokkie Carstens. Bokkie is going. So it's a sprung Bokkie, and Bokkie is on his way. He's got to look on the outside. And that's what we want to see. Bokkie has got to get that sprung Bokkie step going. Because when he takes the gap, it is Totsings, and all he needed was his flying left wing in Dane Bezuidenhout to run onto that flat-lying pass, and the Berger here would have been erupting. The local support, very supportive. To much cheer, on comes Dani Mayberg. Brody Berger in jersey 18. it be the Mayor show? No, it's not. It's gone to Kutsia. You might have heard me say this man, I believe, drives 140 kilometers to and from practice 2 or 3 times a week. And that's what makes club rugby so special, to get diehards. I salute you, Mr. Kutsia. Still taking it on further. William Rose trying to find it now. Pick and go time. And it's now off your feet and from the side. So all that hard rumble in the jungle has led to crisscrossing. And Michael Visser now says, we're not winning the line-outs. We're going to run it then. Michael Visser to Quinn Visser. Lots to talk at the dinner table tonight, the two brothers. I know that their mom and dad are very involved in the Helderberg club as well. Just like a man in the form of Blaine Skelton, had a very good game today as Blaine. Once again, it's time to tack it up. Visser to Visser. Oh, Einar Bock, that is now when Andries Viljoen, a great tackle there. Michael Visser tap and go, he can't be impeded now. Referee says, take it behind my back, you got to be in front of me. So I can see the tap release, and that's why he'll call it back. Has given Villagers time to retreat. Michael Visser now to Maybach, who's just come on. The tackle is good by Bealey, he went low as well. Visser looking. Donnie Myberg gets again. He's touched the ball 3 times in the space of 3 minutes. So that's what you call impact play. Milan, Visser. Through the hands of Tahar. Back inside. The ball's still inside. AR's flag is out. I think there's been an off-the-ball infringement and could be to the advantage of Villagers. And dragged into touch, and referee says beep beep, which actually means let's pause because I need to just have a little board meeting with the AR. I think this could go in the way of Villagers. Number 11. They're probably just saying, have you heard the latest Booker score at the moment? And just have you, while I'm reffing, have you heard anything on the television? He's saying, no, Mr. Ref, I think the Booker should be up by at least 20 points by now. But they seem to have now got the score sorted out. Oh, and this time it could be against Villagers. And now legs taken out, and did I see an action of a boot? Red card it is. And there's no WrestleMania tactics allowed on the field of rugby. And if the actual red boot came in, then the red card comes in. Donnie Mayberg yet again now. He's the man taking it up. Back to Visser. Melang. Once again now, Visser taking it on. And holding on is the call. And so it is that looks like Taban Gabriel's using the boot on a player has been given the red card. And what a kick that is. That's an outstanding clearance onto the far side. A good 45 meters into the half of the Berger. And that'll be the exit plan that Villagers will be wanting. You're enjoying this coverage brought to you by Global Sport Network. Just again, to say a big thank you to the supporters in Decro Paints, RD Consulting, Sim Control and G Sportwear. But as he goes up yet again, as Kutsia, the ball Fullion, he gets met by Matador and all, but then coming through for the forward pass was the running on Nathan Malon, but the ball did go forward. Nathan just has a little glance at referee Lionel Ferro and says, "Are you sure of that?" Straight to ground, it's got to be overextended on the tight side. Both sides were there called for overextending. And this is what I've been calling for throughout the season. You get half a try, even though it's 29 points to 10, you got your 4 tries already. Just make sure that you add the extra slow points on the board, and a penalty kick is a sensible call. Many of you say, why only 3? Hoekom gaan hulle nie na die hoek toe nie? Hoekom gaan hulle nie na die hoek toe nie? Well, at the present moment, the game just a little bit disjointed. It does give villagers the chance just to catch their breath and say, let's regroup for the last 20 minutes of this game. And Josh Vermeulen, he has all the natural skills and ability to strike this over. I always listen for the click of leather on leather. You don't even have to watch it on the radar screen. If you just actually listen for leather meeting leather, the leather boot meeting the leather rugby ball, and you hear click, you can then stand up and say, "Saver tussen die pale," for the 3 points, 32 points to 10. Come on, Berger, let's just see if you can get something back. Michael Visser kicks it back deep into Bradley Tain. He receives it and he returns it with interest. So it goes back onto the halfway line. Taken quickly, was it touched by the youngsters on the far side? Referee says no, play on. Now, we're starting to see some running here. Well, superb running there from Lynn J. Hendricks, and then Lynn J. disbelieved that he had the flying man outside on the wing panel, but there was no one there but the AR, and that ball went straight into touch. But what a lovely break by Lynn J. Zander Keys had a good game as well. Look at the line-out work. In Corsi, Nomfuna, also a solid man. Nomfuma, he's onto the field as well in jersey 21. William Rose looking for Bradley Tain. Is he going to box kick rather? He does. He puts it back onto the halfway line. Here's the man who had a run just now, JJ. Lynn J, JJ. William Rose now. Yep, fingertip knocks. William thought, oh, hold on, sir, you didn't see that one, but trust me, we all did. As I said earlier, just a little bit stop-start at the present moment. Don't forget Villagers lying second on the log at the moment. They win this afternoon, could put them in a very healthy position with a game in hand. Challenge Durbell, also flying the top of the log honours. Just below mid-table are the Berger here. can see referee just saying, gentlemen, get to know each other, please, no overextending. You played in that front row before, you can see gone straight to ground. Straight down, I would agree with that call. So, Mr. Malon must remember that you have got to get your shoulders above your hips. And as you can see, that the front row of Helderberg, they've gone extremely low. They are at a level, if it was like in a block of flats, Helderberger are scrumming at level 2, and Villagers are still standing upright at level 4, 5. Have a look on your screen. Yeah, you can see. Now they're going down to meet each other at the right level. So this should be staying up. Simple, this game, if you just scrum equally, but Villagers will get the scrum penalty here. It's pick and play on. Rose, Tain, Vermeulen. Out it goes on to Noach Haywood. He hasn't had much ball today, as old Noach. Through the hands of Tain again. Oh, this is a big man. Bealey. Rumfusa. Tain comes around. Sells one dummy. Out it goes to Dion Robbie. Play the advantage for the knock-on. They've got 3-on-3 here, so there won't be too much gap here, but finding the gap is Bocky Carstens by the look of things. Little bit of dance moves here. Remember that the Badiga, 15 men on the field to the 14 of Villagers. Gabriel's been sent off about 10 minutes ago. Michael Fisser now. Oh, that's tackled backwards. Mfuza makes another good tackle for Villagers. Fisser now. Mealing now trying to get his way across. Or was that Skelton? My apologies, Skelton. No, Mealing it is. Mealing it is. Trying to crash through at the inside centre position. Not using their line out at all today, haven't worked for the Badigas, so they're just taking it up. But to take it up is a long way to go. Referee might go back to a straight arm. Fisser. Now the ball's moving through the hands. Carstens. Garni Saliers. Michael turns. Villagers around. Tain is back. Read it well. He's got a good boot on him. Hendricks standing to receive that right in front of the dugout of Villagers. So he is probably under lots of pressure there where the men were wishing him well, saying, you can take this catch, and he fumbled that one over the line. 6 runs would have been the call on the cricket field as it was knocked over the whitewash. Just some repair work to the big man, Carl Bealey. Replacement Tarted. That looks like there is some cramping to that calf. Carl Bealey, such a solid big man. The physio having to work extra hard here, because that's a heavy leg to pull up there and hold up. But 1 or 2 push down on the toes, and Carl Bealey has got all the fibres back in place and all the muscle strings ready to scrum now. Well done, Mr. Physio. And while we're talking about that, you know, we take for granted all those around the rugby field that are always there to make it happen at schools or clubs, test matches, the groundsmen, get these fields ready after the rain we've had, the different administration officials for the respective clubs. congratulations to everybody, the medical staff, provided by the clubs as well as the ambulance staff. Wonderful to see everybody in support, and don't forget the men in the middle, the referees, indicating with a straight arm now to William Rose to say, play the advantage, villagers. Prince goes crashing through. It looks like Kun was the man there. Robbie was the man on the ball. Rose going down the blind side. Tain comes to scrum off position. Villagers now changing now into Eskia for Sput, because they are now turning up an extra pace here. Prince has got to go to ground. They've got to get that ball back. Referee saying, I can see it, you can see it, anybody can see it, play it. Roll away will be the call. It's pick and go time. This is like doing your shopping, down the aisle, picking one out of the shelf, put it in the trolley, pick it up again, put the next item in, and then again, as has been explained by referee Lionel Ferrar, stay on your feet. Michael Fisser says, while you stay there, I'm going. And he can go, trust me. It's chip and chase. Tain is back superbly, but he's got 4 red, white and black jerseys there around him. How Bradley Tain got that ball back is a very good question, because he was skid solo on his own. And Villagers exit yet again, cool, calm, collected there, and closing the space so that the line out has to take official place on the far side. That was the old Michael Fisser mosquito back. When he gets going, he can get going, because that, trust me, now you see him, now you don't. And Michael Fisser's got that explosive power to take it 45 metres downfield. Sure, he would have liked his grubber kick to go a little further, but Bradley Tain beat the 4 men from Berger to the breakdown and did superbly to get that ball back. Jandre Grobler coming into fullback position. Well done to Josh Vermeulen today, making his name again after 8 weeks on the injury list. Had a good run out. Stay on your feet at the breakdown. Don't go off your feet, Villagers. You've been warned time and time again. Back to the shopping trolley, pick and go, one off the shelf. Now William Rose says, let's spread it a bit. No, he's spreading it as far as Carl Bealey. That calf is definitely better now. De Jong seems to have taken that on. Ewan Kutsia. Now onto the blind side goes Rose. Looking for a runner. Robbie goes to ground. That wasn't Robbie then. It was Robbie Oosthuizen. Tain playing scrum off. Jandre de Jong just come on. North Hayward, he's touched it about 3 times in the second half. Beautifully placed for William Rose. Can they get the dummy pass? Malin takes that superbly as a third centre. Now the ball's got to come to Tain. Lumfusa's there. He can go all the way. Who's going to stop Lumfusa? I think that decision by Mr. Ferrar could be overruled by the AR to say, I think that he got that one down, Mfusa. And looking from here, AR and I consult, and we believe that it is the correct call. There were bodies around Mfusa, Corsi Nufuma, but who is going to bring Nufuma down from that distance? Body height was good, and he knew that you need an artillery to keep him back. So Nkosi Nufuma adds to the tally. The score, 37 points to 10 to the Villagers. Just under 10 minutes left to go. Talking about number 10, Bradley Taine. Tries to add the 2 points. He turned immediately there, almost got whiplash as he hit it, because as he turned, he realized that's on its way, and that's how confident he was on making strike with the ball. Adds the 2 pointers, so that's 39 points to 10. The men from Brookside, the home base in Claremont, will have lots to sing about in the vehicles or the bus on the way home. Was that a fingertip knock? Definitely not, says referee Farrar. Quinn Fisser comes to play scrum off. That's a long pass by Michael Fisser. Now the run is on. Great play as well from Jaden Daniels. Michael Fisser finds the big man in the form of Barney May, Persiliers. Bocky Carstens now, he's trying to get that ball back. It'll be a hard tackle. Quinn Fisser, can he work some magic?
Go, Bocky!
Once again, on the left wing, there's Dane Zayden notes. This is what Barraga are known for. This is the spirit that we've come to appreciate. It's close, it goes out wide. 20 metres that were gained have now gone back. Trying to close that space up again.
Boy, Bocky!
The big men taking it on. Donnie Saliers. He's really added his presence today. Now that will be fingertip knocks. And after about 7 phases or so, just those final knock-ons has spoilt it for De Berger today. And just getting a pat on the back is Adrian Kunevalt, the replacement hooker, to say, volgende keer, Omar, don't worry, head up. Seven minutes going on the clock. We're just starting to get the shade across the field here. The majestic mountains still standing proudly around us. Here, overlooking the Dr. Charles Morkel Stadium. Many of you will remember Charles Morkel as a player, administrator, sponsor, and even in his day, a lock for Western Province. This club established in 1997 among Strand, Somerset West and Gordons Bay to the well-known Helderberg rugby club. Just a bit of a promotion here for Villagers as well. They were established on the 2nd of June 1876. That means they're 149 years old. They'll be celebrating their 150th service to the game of club rugby, the second oldest club in the Western Cape, just behind Hamilton's, and 150 years celebration next year. And I believe an exciting calendar will be kicking off 2026 to celebrate 150 years for Villagers. Well, they celebrate with Bradley Taine, but not as much as they want because it hasn't gone out. With the kick, it's gone to Jaden Daniels across field now. It's going to be held up now between the big men of Kutsia. The ball spills out. And Taine again. He's got De Jong. Now they can move it through the hands. Can Prince get it out quickly out onto the wider channels? It's now picked up. It's time to go. Taine's still on it. Bealey yet again. It's pick and go by William Rose. He's going to accelerate. The ankle tap by Quinn Fisser. Very, very effective. Taine again. Behind the backs, De Jong, he can play. Robbie, he's the man in the wide channel in jersey 20, takes it up. Tain chips over. He's going to have to dive on it, but it is taken down and well done. And cover defense there. And that'll be a 22-meter dropout. Fisser knows his laws and he moves that downfield. Andre de Jong yet again. And he just tickles that into the touchline. There was good cover defense by Wandini and Shangazi. A long throw over the top. Looks like that would have gone to Andries Engelbrecht, who was standing at fly half, and suddenly saw the ball on his way to him and said, right, what do I do here? Thank goodness referee said, come back, the line-out's ball. Andries says, nee manne, I prefer it in the close fringes. Moenie my laat skrik nie. Adrian Groenewald now. They have got the ball. Once again, the ever-present Ewan Kutsia. Quinn Fisser, he breaks through one or two. Fuller running as well as the Fisser brother. Michael Fisser now the scrum off. Pick and go by Michael Fisser. He beats one, beats two. Now they're taking it forward. This is what we want to see from the Berger. Inside, this is good play through the hands again. This could be Chartam. Was it a hard tackle? Referee says no, on the shoulder level. Play it as quickly as you can. Explosive running from the men now in red, white and black. They see that there's 3 minutes left on the scoreboard. Can it come again quickly? Just fading into the shadows. Fisser's there. Now they're reading it round. Mark Quinn Fisser now. Out it goes all the way now to Jaden Daniels. He does some dance rec. Good enough to earn him over the try line, but definitely not try time. And now it's try time, because there it was, pick and go. And I'm going to credit that as it goes to well done Linjay Hendricks. He had that run earlier on and deserved. He's worked hard this afternoon as Linjay. And that time he couldn't believe his good fortune as he found himself playing scrum off and then had to pick it up and simply dot it down. Michael Fisser says, don't waste my time with tea, coffee, sugar, anything. I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to skip. But unfortunately, radar direction was good. Distance needed more of a boom boom. But not wasting any time. Can they get their fourth try? And that would give them their points. Cinderella ball here. The time of midnight is almost to sound on the big dance gong. With a 1.5 minutes left here. So there's still plenty of time. 90 seconds. Can die Berger ward themselves with a point? Villagers won't want that. 39 points to 15. Here come die Berger. They've got this taste now. They now know that how important that this next dot down is to them. Was Aidenote having done well. This is what the big men want. Fisser. All the dummy is going. And the runaway is good. This could be what they've been wanting. The 1-pointer is so good. And this is what the crowd have been waiting for all day. I've been expressing this when die Berger want to play, they can play. And trust me, they actually still have time. That only took them 55 seconds of the 90 seconds. And why has it been left right until the latter stages? Villagers have not taken their foot off the accelerator. There was some outstanding interactive play from the Berger side. Villagers take it back calmly. They know they've got the game, but Berger will celebrate their fourth try. Lionel Ferros says, get behind, men. Don Robbie listens just to that call, up into the skies it goes. Kuhn gets it out. Now the Bulgar want to play just when everybody is picking up their cushions to go home. That was knocked forward as it was released. You can't let it go forward. And that is McQueen Jepta, who released it, but it bounced forward. And a referee now will say this has got to be the last phase of the match. Maybe he added in there, come men, let's just go and get in front of that TV set and watch the Bokke, especially in the second half. So calling the last call of the game here. Thank you again to Global Sports Network for bringing you coverage. Remember, on their website you can join for 30 Rand a month and you can watch club sport around the country. So join them. Their subscription over 30,000. While joining the referee in decision time is Bradley Tane, and he says it is now time to bring an end to this, and it is time for us to get around as friends of rugby and join each other in celebration at the after-match function and cheer our two clubs on together for a wonderful game this afternoon, as well as to cheer on our beloved Bokke as they taking on the Italians. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a great game it has been here today. Just looking at some players that have worked hard today in the losing side. The hosts, Berger, Blaine Skelton had a very good game. Milan tried hard. Marco Visser was his usual busy self. Like the look of Quinn Visser as well. He tried to get involved. Let's give some credit to people like Jaden Daniels and also on the right wing, Linjay Hendricks. But then again, on the winning side, full credit to me must go to Thomas Mayer. Superb game this afternoon. I thought towering in the line out, scored himself a try. He's sort of, to me, the unsung hero, does a lot of tight, loose play as well. Body with a sad face. Please take off one of your happy smiles and give it to them, and let's keep on cheering this wonderful game and keep on cheering. Go Bokke! And Italy, thank you for coming to visit us. We honour you as well. Bye Danki. Tot ziens. Good night to everybody. Till next time, Barry Wilson signing out.